University of West Georgia in Carrollton, now an Odyssey station.
Live from Carrollton, Georgia, this is Sports Pack.
The only place you need to go for West Georgia sports.
Interviews with all your favorite UWG athletes and so much more.
Keeping you up to date with the NFL, NBA, MLB, and everything in between. If you want it, we got it.
I mean, plain and simple, the worst decision Kalen DeBoer has ever made is taking the head coaching position at Alabama.
I wholeheartedly believe that behind Sean Payton and a second-year Bo Nix, the Denver Broncos can dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs and be the AFC West champions.
We're also giving you a platform to have your voice heard with our all-new live call-in segment.
So where else would you want to go? We've got all you need and more right here on Sports Pack. What is up, everybody? And welcome to our final Thursday edition of Sports Pack for the season, for the semester, I should say, and my final Sports Pack in general. It has been a great ride, but that's not what we're here to talk about now. We're here to talk about the fact that I'm joined to my left by my guy, Ryan Kroger, holding it down on the board as always.
What's up?
Ryan will actually be our host of Sports Pack for next semester, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Got Keyshawn Ward over here to my right.
Hello, hello.
And my guy, Jackson Schrader, sitting across the table from me.
Howdy.
It is going to be a great final show as we're going to walk you through everything that is going on in the wild world of sports right now. What in the world? Everything that is going on in the wild world of sports right now, starting off with West Georgia, as always. Then we're going to get into some MLB, talk some NBA, and break down these fantastic first-round playoff series that we've been having. And then close it out, talk about some NFL, and then saying our goodbyes. So obviously we have a jam-packed show, whole lot to get into, whole lot to talk about. Never enough time to do it all. But before we do that, I must remind you that binge drinking is consuming 5 or more drinks on one occasion for males and 4 or more for females. However, some college students drink at least twice that amount. That is why Dream City Brewing Company has joined Wolf Sports Network and Wolf Radio's Drink Responsibly campaign to remind all of our wolves to stay safe when drinking, to never drink under the age of 21, and to have a designated driver when you go out to drink, and also throw in some good food while you're at it. Know your limits and please drink responsibly. Now, Ryan, one last time. How about them Wolves?
Is Widener rolls to the right. He's got some time. Everybody's down at the end zone. He heaves it. And it is caught for a touchdown.
We are one. Go Wolves.
Now, there's a lot of commotion in the other room. I'm sitting here looking through in the control room
stadium
now.
pulse right now.
Exactly, where my guy Daniel Chaney is holding it down for us on the TriCaster system. You're going to see a lot more of him next semester on Wolf Sports Network as well, with some on-air stuff coming. Be a lot of commotion there, a lot of uninvited guests in the room, I guess. But it's okay, because we got business to take care of before we get into all of that. Our West Georgia baseball team is continuing to play baseball.
We still have one.
They're currently sitting at 11-34 overall right now, after this weekend's 7-inning, 13-0 loss on the road in Knoxville, Tennessee, against the 24th-ranked Tennessee Volunteers. It's been a long season. We only have, 3 series remaining this upcoming weekend versus Queens, Florida Gulf Coast, and then the weekend of May 14th against the University of North Florida. Ryan, I want to start with you here. What is your message to this team going into these last 3 ASUN Conference series?
Well, you just played a juggernaut on the road, number 23 in the nation, the Tennessee Volunteers. So, you can't be too mad of what happened. I mean, you can be upset, but mad is just not the way to put it, because I don't think anybody thought we were really going to win this against Tennessee. I mean, we made it close against Auburn, which was a very fun thing to see. And, maybe I thought a little bit it would have been a little closer because of what happened to Auburn, but it was just an absolute whooping. So 13-0, 14 hits for the Volunteers, only 4 for West Georgia, zeros in the whole column in the runs. So what we really just got to do is you got to stay positive, find the positive things to look at, what you did good in that game, what you can work on, especially when you play a team of this caliber. You're seeing what it's like. I get we're both at Division I, but the next level, that's where you want to get to. So take what you did from the Tennessee and then take it on to the next games.
Yeah, this game served as a reminder that we do have a baseball team, and they are very bad. I'm kind of past the point of saying, go have fun. At this point, just go play baseball and finish the season, because this is getting tough.
Absolutely. I mean, at this point, like you said, just go. just go and suit up, But it's not really – I don't want to sound like a broken record here because the problem that happened against Tennessee has been the same all season. We know what it is. The pitching is terrible. The hitting is inconsistent. So at this point, you just, like Ryan said, take the mistakes from this game, build on those, learn from them, and finish off the season strong.
Yeah, there's really no much. There's nothing much more you can say. We've really said everything there is to say throughout this entire season, so it's impossible not to sound like a broken record. We're sitting at 11-34 right now. This season has been a wash, to say the least. There's nothing else to say except for do your best to finish strong. It's the same message that we had for softball on Monday's show, Schrader. Just go out here and have fun these last 3 series.
I don't even know if they can have fun with the way the pitching's been. I don't know if what they're doing is fun. It's been pretty brutal, so just finish the season,
I think
please.
it's honestly more the bullpen. I get.
Oh, it's definitely the bullpen.
Definitely the bullpen.
I don't care who it is. It's not fun
It's the
anymore.
pitching staff in general. So yeah,
It's definitely the bullpen. I mean, like, last weekend was a prime example. Across 3 games, our guys scored 32 runs and did not win a single game in that series. I mean, there's really nothing else to say about what's been going on with this baseball team. I hate it because, there's good guys on the baseball team. I know a few of the guys. Going out drinking with a few of the guys on the baseball team. Like, there's good people on this team.
Drink responsibly.
And I love to see our West Georgia team succeed. But there isn't much. There's nothing positive I can say when talking about this baseball season. It's been a wash. Like I said, we're 11-34 overall. We started off doing good in conference play. It's fallen through. Have senior day this upcoming weekend. The senior day is Saturday, May 2nd at 3 p.m. It's the second game of our 3-game series against Queens University of Charlotte right here in the City of Dreams, Carrollton, Georgia. Be sure to check out that game. Senior night is this Saturday at 3 p.m. Tomorrow night at 6 p.m. is the first game of the series. Then the third game of the 3-game series against Queens is Sunday at 12 p.m. And the last 2 series will be on the road. The next one being on the road in Fort Myers, Florida against Florida Gulf Coast University. Then the last series of the season in Jacksonville, Florida against the University of North Florida. Now, to pivot into a smaller diamond here, I want to talk about our softball team, who is currently sitting at 14-38 overall. Kind of touched on them a second ago here. Neither season has been great, not much to write home about, but the last series of our softball season is this weekend with a doubleheader on Friday versus Queens. First game being at 3 p.m., second game being at 5. Then the last game of the UWG 2026 softball season is this Saturday, May 2nd at 12 p.m. Schrader, any words of encouragement to the girls going into this weekend?
Say what I've said the last month and a half. Just go have fun. It's your last
Man,
season. I mean,
look,
there's 7 seniors on this team. It's the last series of softball that they'll ever get to play. So just go play for the love of the game, have fun, and please win.
yeah, we got 2 teams coming in that just have not had great seasons.
Nope.
You got the Royals coming in 12-32, and the Wolves coming in 14-38. So hypothetically, it should be a good matchup in some department.
I don't know if good's the word I would use.
Decent versus decent, but hey,
Bad versus bad.
how about them
Nothing to
Wolves?
lose
How about
versus
them
nothing to lose.
Wolves?
One of the series of all time.
Nothing to lose versus
I
left.
feel like this is like
The toilet
this
bowl.
is almost like the World Series for West Georgia. Like you win this, you win it all.
Probably so. That's probably how they're
win
coming
this,
into
you
this
win a
game.
summer. You win a summer break.
Exactly. It's something worth that they could go off on a good note. Hey, you ended off the season off with a win. For your seniors, it's senior night. You got 7 of them. Probably not going to touch a baseball ever again after this. So just go out there, have fun, or softball. Excuse me.
Good observation.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. But I mean, it's just the truth. So at this point, just tell them go out there, suit up, have fun, and just hit the ball, please.
Play ball.
Right, at this point, just go out there, have a great time. It's been a rough season, 14-38 overall. It's been rough to say the least. So look, last series, going up against one of the worst teams in our conference. Go out there, enjoy your time wearing these UWG colors, and just have a great time. It's a home series. Invite your friends, invite your family. Hit a bomb. I don't know. I don't have much to say here. But I do want to talk about a team I'm very excited to talk about, our UWG track and field team. Our men's team is coming off two straight first-place finishes, first one being in the UWG Legends Invitational towards the beginning of this month of April, then the second one being at the Bulldog Invitational, where they also finished first place. This upcoming weekend, they will be on the road in Starksville, Mississippi, down in the heart of SEC country in the maroon and white tune-up, taking on the in a meet hosted by the Mississippi State Bulldogs, as they look to get warmed up for the ASUN Conference Outdoor Championships. That will be May 14th Thursday, May 14th through Saturday, May 16th. Big time things going on in the world of track and field here at UWG. If you're in the area or just feel like making a road trip, be sure to go out there to Starksville or down to Jacksonville in a couple weeks to support our track and field athletes. They've been working hard this entire season, and I really feel like they're going to prove a point this upcoming weekend and really make something happen in these next couple weeks in the ASUN Conference Outdoor Championships. It has been a great West Georgia season. We're talking about West Georgia sports at the beginning of the show for the entire semester. It's been great. Football season was great. Basketball season was what it was. I mean, baseball, softball, either way, we love talking about West Georgia sports.
Football was awesome.
Football
I love
was
football.
amazing.
Football was great. Didn't even mention volleyball, but I'm not going to do all that right now.
don't need to.
But it's been a great semester covering West Georgia sports. But that's all the time we got for the UWG segment. Once again, college students who binge drink alcohol at least 3 times per week were roughly 6 times more likely to perform poorly on a test or a project because of drinking. That is why Dream City Brewing Company has joined forces with Wolf Sports Network and Wolf Radio to proudly remind you to drink responsibly. Students 21 and older should drink responsibly in an environment that discourages overindulging. Faculty will not take hangovers as excuses. Now, don't go anywhere, because when we get back, we're diving into the what's going on in the MLB and breaking down these NBA playoff series. Don't go anywhere. This is Sports Pack on Wolf Sports Network.
Hey, do you like what you're listening to? Well, why don't you support our station by checking out our merch store?
Hoodies, shirts, and hats can be purchased on our website powered by Osier Apparel.
You can also DM us on Instagram at Wolf Sports Network if you would like to recommend any more options.
Go to wolfsportsnetwork.com and click About to view our merch store. Wolf Sports Network. The Wolves play here.
When you think about college sports, what do you think of?
Campus legends like Haynes King and Diego Pavia.
What if I told you there was a show for that and more?
More?
Playbook is your one-stop listen for college football, basketball, baseball, and UWG sports.
The Bulldogs have Ryan Nemhard, a great point guard, and they are going yard. Gonzaga in 5.
Tune into the Playbook Mondays from 9 to 10 p.m. only on Wolf Sports Network. It's a new semester here at West Georgia, and that means a brand new season of sports out of pocket.
I love Jameis Winston to death, but look at the guy. Like, come on, that's not the veteran quarterback that I want to be. He's a locker room guy.
They got Jonathan Taylor back there. It's like having Saquon, just a little bit worse, but it's like having Saquon.
Tune into Season 7 of Sports Out of Pocket every Wednesday at 6, only on Wolf Sports Network.
Join Sports Out of Pocket as they take their show on the road. Their hit social media series returns this spring with even more West Georgia athletes.
We are here with West Georgia Wolves O-lineman, Mr. Jack Hunt. Jack, how's your day going, man?
My day's going fantastic, man. I'm blessed every single day.
And ending off with some karaoke.
You're hurting me, I made your girl want a difference.
Look out for new episodes every Friday on Instagram and YouTube on Wolf Sports Network.
Tune in to Wolf Sports Network throughout the week to hear the very best in UWG sports coverage. Catch live shows, score updates, and breaking news all week long. But sometimes seeing really is believing. And now you can watch your favorite Wolf Sports Network shows live on YouTube. Follow at Wolf Sports Network on YouTube as we bring you into the studio with your favorite shows and personalities. Wolf Sports Network. The Wolves play here.
Pretty wild news coming out of the world of NCAA basketball, which is strange, talking about the NCAA basketball division in the end of April, but it has to be discussed because earlier this week, the NCAA March Madness tournament was expanded from 64 teams to 76. Now, there's been a lot of talk about expansion over the past few years, especially now that college football has really expanded their playoff. It really is what sparked the talk of expanding the NCAA tournament, but I just never believed I would see it happen. I thought 64 teams was plenty. Schrader, you've been shaking your head the entire time since I started talking about this.
Yep.
What's your knee-jerk reaction to this news?
This is stupid. I mean, just leave it to the NCAA to ruin something that there was nothing wrong with. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, and they just made it worse.
Absolutely. I mean, this just, to me, I think it's just a money grab. I think it's more so just the NCAA being money hungry. You know, you think 68 teams? 64 teams was enough, more than enough. I don't really understand the purpose of having 76 teams. Maybe it's because of the Miami, Ohio situation. I'm not really sure.
It really wasn't even that crazy of a situation.
It wasn't.
They still made the tournament.
Exactly. So I don't really get the motive behind this, but I guess we just have to let it play out.
Boys, I'm gonna take the absolute different path than you guys. I kind of like it in a way.
Shut
It
up.
makes March Madness even more mad. It gives these teams that are smaller.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah, that's what you get because what you're saying made no sense.
No, listen.
No.
Carry on. We're trying to listen.
If you expand it to 72 teams, it gives teams more chance to get into the NCAA playoffs.
There are 64 spots.
Make it more to 72.
It's 76.
76. That's what I said.
No, it's not.
Schrader, you want to handle this?
Do I want to handle this?
Man,
He's just wrong. I mean, objectively, there's no reason that we should expand it outside of 64. It was great because you get a bunch of at-large bids, and then you get all the conference winners, right?
But wouldn't you like to see just smaller teams have more of a chance to get
They
in?
have
They
a
don't.
chance.
What's beautiful
But the
about
thing
March
is-
Madness is they already get that chance.
Exactly.
We don't
Okay,
need
imagine
more.
this. Imagine this.
No.
Imagine West Georgia Wolves are the best
West
in
Ge-
the A-Sun. Or
West Ge-
second
If they're
best
the
in the
best in
A-Sun.
the
If
A-Sun.
That's the thing about the term. That's what Schrader is saying. After this postseason ban, if West Georgia comes out 2 years from now and wins the ASUN conference tournament, West Georgia gets an automatic bid.
What if they're second or third place and we still should be in?
Then you didn't earn your way into the tournament.
There's no reason the second
You're
place
right.
team in the A-Sun should get in that large bid.
I agree. It's the ASUN at the end of the day. But the thing is, every single team in the 64-team bracket gets an opportunity. Obviously, the blue chippers, the top schools. Okay, I'm gonna take this blue down. The blue chippers and the top schools, they obviously get. I mean, they're better. They're the better teams.
Yeah.
But every single conference has an opportunity. We've seen teams that were terrible throughout the regular season go on a crazy run in their tournament, in their conference tournament, and make the overall NCAA tournament. I think it was just fine at 64. I don't understand the point of 76. I get what you're trying to argue here, more opportunity, but this tournament gives people more opportunity than any other tournament that exists in sports. I don't understand the point of it. And people have been arguing that Cinderellas haven't been as common recently in the past few years. That's why it should expand. I completely disagree.
That's why it should expand.
That's
Let's put worse teams in there.
Exactly.
So we'll get another Cinderella.
Thank
What's going
you.
on?
It makes no sense. And my whole thing is, what makes Cinderella so special? The fact that you don't see it coming. People try to predict the Cinderella every single year and get it wrong. Why? Because it's unpredictable. Then when we actually see a team like Loyola make a crazy run, St. Peter's make a crazy run, that's what makes it incredible. Because one, it does not happen every year. So when it happens, we cherish it even more. I think expanding this tournament was extremely stupid, nothing but a money grab. Nothing about it makes sense, Ryan. There's nothing you can say that will make it make sense to me. I absolutely hate this move, Schrader.
Yeah, I hate it too. I think I've expressed my opinion enough, Keyshawn.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, 76 teams, it's just, to me, it's a money grab. It's just a way of these lower mid-major colleges to get more money and kind of gain more notoriety in the NCAA. But yeah, I don't see the real purpose of it. Like you said, like you tried to say, Ryan. It tried to give the lower teams a chance to get in, but we seen what happened with Miami, Ohio. They did, in fact, get in. They had the historic regular season, got into the tournament, and then they lost it. So, I mean, that kind of defeats the purpose of that argument. So, like I said, I don't really understand it at all.
Touche.
I mean, it's fair, but you know what? I don't want to get too riled up talking about that because I can talk about that tournament all day. We have a lot more to talk about because it's a bit of a non-traditional show since it is our last one of the semester. I want to pivot back into some NFL draft talk here. Now that all 7 rounds have concluded, a lot of teams are starting to open up their mini camps. A lot of undrafted free agents attempt to try out and make these NFL teams. I want to reflect on the NFC South, largely because we are in the Atlanta area, and a lot of people, myself included, are Falcons fans. I want to reflect on each draft class from the NFC South. And now that the dust has settled, who do you all believe is the best team in the NFC South after this draft process in the early stages of the offseason?
I'm going to start. I think it's honestly the Atlanta Falcons. I'm just going to say that. The Falcons.
I don't even think I was going to say that.
Hey. You got to let me express what I'm trying to express.
Let me shut up.
I like what the Falcons did in the draft.
Right,
I feel like they filled voids that they needed to fill. They had showings of a great football team last year, especially when they beat the Rams. I was at that game. Looked like a solid Bijan Robinson went off. You know, you figured out the quarterback situation.
Have we?
Basically.
Have we?
It's kind of
we
happening.
have Michael Penix Jr. currently working his way back from an ACL tear, and then we have Tua Tagovailoa, who over the past few years has been a walking concussion. I don't know if we fixed the quarterback room.
I feel like there's still
this season.
I think honestly Tua.
And do you think Tua will be able to have success in this offense?
I think if he has a good offensive line, yes. And I feel like Atlanta is, which they did, is going to it filled that void, and it's going to work.
Continue.
I don't think it'd be Atlanta. I think it's either going to be a repeat for Carolina or I like the Saints. But I'm really leaning more towards Carolina because the way that they approached the offseason was I liked it. Right, they got offensive tackle help for Bryce Young to protect him. You still have your receiver one, Tedero McMillan, and you went out and grabbed another receiver in Chris Brazzell, underrated receiver out of Tennessee, a real deep threat, has the size with the speed attached to it. So that's a really great pickup in the third round. Like I say, got Monroe Freeland at the tackle, so they kind of cleaned up some patches that they really needed to kind of get over that 500 because last year they were a playoff team, but they were 8-9, right? They only got that big because the NFC South was weak. So I think that the offseason that they had could get them over that 500 hump.
Yeah, I think it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think that they have probably the best roster on paper in the NFC South. They have Baker Mayfield, but also in the draft, which is what we were talking about, they got Reuben Bain Jr. at 15, an absolute steal. Bro's going to kill every quarterback he sees. I mean, he means business. He didn't even look at himself in the mirror when he put that hat on. He just took it and ran. And then they got Josiah Trotter out of Missouri. They go get Ted Hurst from Georgia State, who is an outstanding receiver in the Sun
One of the
Belt.
more underrated picks in the NFL draft.
Do not let GSU misconstrue you. He is a phenomenal receiver.
Yeah.
Oh, he's incredible.
I know.
Incredible.
That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. And Keontae Scott out of Miami. As much as I hate Miami, Keontae Scott's a great defensive back. So I think that the Buccaneers really built up their defense knowing that Levante David did retire, so they had to fill some pieces, and they did. They did a great job in the draft. I think they're going to be the best team in the NFC South. This
past season, the Carolina Panthers won this division with an 8-9 record. I think we all believe here is going to take an over 500 record for one, and maybe even a double-digit record, 10 or more wins, to make it out of the NFC South as the champion, because all of these teams have improved. When I look at the New Orleans Saints, as much as it pains me, I love what they did in the NFL draft. What's his face at quarterback almost won. Yeah, Tyler Shuck at quarterback. See, I'm slipping my mind right now. He could have won Offensive Rookie of the Year last year. He really put it together towards the end of the season, and they went out and stacked up on offense. They still have Alvin Kamara on that roster, but 8th overall to go out and get Jordan Tyson to pair him up with Chris Olave. They go out and get Oscar Delp, a very talented tight end from the University of Georgia that honestly was probably underused. Got Lorenzo Styles from Ohio State, Sonny Styles' younger brother, Christian Miller, another defensive tackle from Georgia. They went out and loaded up this team. They did very good in the draft. They've gone out and had a very aggressive offseason as well, going out and signing Travis Etienne from the Jacksonville Jaguars as well to strengthen up that running back room. This is a Saints team that's really going to be taking a lot of steps in the right direction. And being a diehard Falcons fan, it really pains me to say it, but I could really see the New Orleans Saints winning this division. I think Tyler Shuck can take a very big second-year leap, kind of similar to what we saw Bo Nix do this past season. They have a very talented roster. The receiver room is very underrated. Juwan Johnson had a great year at tight end for them. I think he's going to be unlocked even more now that a guy like Jordan Tyson is part of this offense. And I'm really watching this running back room here because Alvin Kamara started to age, so you go out and get Travis Etienne, another very shifty receiving back that can take some pressure off of Kamara. The offensive line has improved. I really like what the Saints have built here, but regardless of who comes out of the NFC South, I firmly believe it is going to take double-digit wins to do it because this is going to be one of the most improved divisions in all of football this year.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it. Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead.
It just makes it a really fun division because of how the unknown plays a factor in it. We just truly don't know who's going to win it, and I mean, every single team could, and it's fun, and hopefully they're above 500 this year.
Now I want to take this time to go ahead and shift into the NBA because we have a whole lot of basketball to discuss. I want to start with last night where we had 3 games continue to roll on with 2 of those series with teams having the opportunity to close out the series. Going into last night, the Orlando Magic had a 3-1 series lead against the Detroit Pistons. But after 45 points from Cade Cunningham, the Pistons found a way to take that game, Game 5, and stretched this out to a 6-game series when they beat the Orlando Magic 116-109. Now, when we really dive into the series and go back and look at every single game here, this Pistons team has not looked like the one-seeded Pistons that we've seen throughout this entire season. Obviously, Cade Cunningham is still doing Cade Cunningham things, but he hasn't had the help that we're accustomed to seeing him have. Jalen Duren has essentially been a non-factor in this series. Throughout the season, you've been able to pencil him in for 20 points and 10, 12, maybe even 15 rebounds throughout the entire season. He's been a force down low, but even in last night's win, he only had 12 points and 9 boards. That is not the Jalen Duren we've been used to seeing. The number 2 option for Cade Cunningham in this series has been Tobias Harris. He's been balling. He had 23 points last night. But if you want to win a playoff series, you're going to need more than just help from Tobias Harris. I mean, so when we're looking at this, obviously the Pistons have just taken the last game to stretch it to a 6-game series. Ryan, do you think the Pistons are going to be able to complete this 3-1 comeback, or do you think the hole is already too deep?
I think it's already too deep, honestly, because if Cade Cunningham doesn't do what he did last game, it's not going to end well with them. I mean, he hit that amazing step-back jumper with 38 seconds to go in the game. That was amazing. Scores 45 points. But if he don't do that and the rest of the team falls apart like they've been doing this whole series, they have got no chance.
Yeah, and here's what the Pistons are fighting against. They're fighting against a team that got to play in the play-in and get hot at the right time.
Yep.
And when there's a basketball team that gets hot at the right time, they are very difficult to beat. I mean, you saw the Heat go all the way to the finals doing this. I can see the Magic maybe pulling that. So the Pistons are really going to have to step it up around Cade Cunningham, because if he's scoring, 45 in an elimination game and still barely getting help, they need to put their head down and grind. But I think the Magic are going to take it.
Yeah, I think I do have the Magic taking it, especially if – look, if Paolo dropped 45 and y'all managed to beat them, right, I don't think that if he gets another performance like that, it's going to take more than just Cade Cunningham to stop him. And, they're 2 games behind. I think I think the Magic still gets a game at home as well. So I do see the Magic taking it. It's kind of hard to come, a 3-1 lead. But I got the Magic taking it.
Pause. But yeah, I agree with you guys. It's very difficult to come back from a 3-1 series deficit, especially against a team like this Magic team. They're scrappy. They go out and fight hard. You have to earn every single bucket. And when you don't have other guys stepping up to support Cade Cunningham when needed, it allows this very scrappy Orlando Magic team to focus all their defense on Cade Cunningham. Last night, he was incredible. Obviously, he had 45 points. They still barely came out with this win, only winning by about 7 points. But the thing that makes it so interesting is Cade Cunningham has not been doing this the entire series because the Orlando Magic haven't been able to focus in on him like that. I don't think we can continue to count on massive performances from Cade Cunningham like this against this very scrappy Magic team. So I think the Magic get it done in the next game. They've been in the driver's seat pretty much every game of this series. I think they close it out the next time they play. I want to pivot to another series that kind of continued to drag on last night, and that is the Houston Rockets and the L.A. Lakers. The Lakers were in the driver's seat majority of the series, but the Rockets have taken the last 2 games after last night where Jabari Smith Jr. dropped 22 points. It was looking like the Lakers had this thing wrapped up. LeBron was looking great early in the first 3 games of this series, but the past 2 games, the Rockets have stormed back. Austin Reeves made his return to the Lakers starting lineup last night, but it still was not enough. So looking forward, do you guys think the Lakers will be able to take one more game to win this series and wrap it up? Or do you think Houston has enough in the tank to win 2 more games and complete the comeback against the Lakers? I can't speak to that.
Honestly, I do see the Houston Rockets taking another game. I think that they take game 6 and force a game 7, although I do have the Lakers taking the entire series. The Houston Rockets have found a way to contribute and dominate against this Lakers team without Kevin Durant. He's been injured pretty much every game this series. They've been able to get it done. Şengün's been able to play his part. Terry Easton has stepped up in ways that Kevin Durant would have. So I think that they found a way to incorporate some of the role players into the starting lineup without KD and find a way to merge. So I think that they do escape with another game and force a game 7, but I still have the Lakers taking it all.
Yeah,
the way.
When it comes to the Lakers, they were really dominant, scoring over 100 points in the first 3 games. But then I think the Rockets figured something out, especially defensive-wise. I don't know if it's defend the perimeter better or watch the crossers inside. But listen, they've kept the Lakers under 100 points the last 2, 96 in Game 4 to 93 in Game 5. So if the Rockets stay on this trajectory and get Kevin Durant back in some, I don't know what his health status is, but if he can get him back, I think the Rockets can, of course, take a game. but possibly take that game 7. But I think it's really in a 50-50 shot for them. Maybe Lakers just absolutely crush them in the next game. But if they can keep them under 100 points like they have in the last 2, I think they can do it.
One interesting thing about what you just said is I really feel like they have a better chance without Kevin Durant. Now, I know who Kevin Durant is. He's incredible, one of the greatest scorers we've seen in the history of basketball. But I feel like this Rockets team plays more together when he is not on the court. They unlock guys like Tari Eason, like Jabari Smith, 2 guys that had massive games last night that contributed to the Rockets' win. When Kevin Durant is on the court, I feel like those other guys just kind of disappear into the shadows and try to let Kevin Durant be the hero for this team. I honestly think they have a better chance without him moving forward, Schrader.
Well, you stole what I was going to say, because I was going to say when you take out one of the best scorers in NBA history, they're playing crap ball because they know that everybody has to step up to fill the void that Kevin Durant leaves. But when you bring him back, they kind of get comfortable. They realize, once again, you got one of the best scorers in the NBA's history right there. So I would find it very difficult for the Lakers to lose this series. I think especially with Reeves coming back, maybe give him a game or 2, but if they get to game 7, I think he's going to be ready, and I think he's going to be a difference maker. I think the Lakers are going to be able to take the series.
Oh, shoot, I forgot Keyshawn already said something.
You're daydreaming. What are we doing?
Dude, I'm sitting here zoned out today. I want to pivot.
By something.
I got
these pictures, bro.
I got these pictures sitting in front of me. I'm just trying not to look at them. But moving forward to the games tonight, massive game in Atlanta tonight, State Farm Arena. The New York Knicks are coming to town for game 6 of what has been an insanely entertaining series between our Atlanta Hawks and the New York Knicks. The Knicks have taken the last 2 games and honestly have looked like the better team. Hawks are down 3-2 right now. Schrader, do you think Atlanta has enough in the tank to take this to game 7?
I don't think so. I think the Knicks are going to be able to get it done. The Hawks have been really inconsistent. Like, they kind of, all season they've gotten to the point that they're at because it's nobody's team. But this is kind of when you need somebody like Jalen Johnson to really step it up. Yes. He's kind of just fallen asleep in this series. He had one game where it was like, oh, yeah, he's back. The Hawks were up 2-1. It looked like they were going to take the series, and then he kind of fell asleep again. And I'm pretty sure there was a game when Dyson Daniels was like the guy, and you can't have that happening.
You cannot have that happen. One of the worst three-point shooters in the NBA this season. We cannot let him.
Yeah, exactly. This revolving door of whose team is it really isn't working. You need somebody to step up. I haven't seen it. I think the Knicks have the better roster. I think they're a lot more experienced in this position, and I think that's what's going to give them the edge in the series.
Yeah, I think Schrader's right. Inconsistent is definitely the word. Knicks take game 1, then Hawks bounce back. Knicks take game 3, Hawks bounce back, or
stop saying bounce back.
Bounce back. But it's been Hawks win, Hawks lose, Hawks win, Hawks lose. So I can see them taking game 6 because that's just how this whole series has gone, just up and down, win, loss. But I just really don't see them winning game 7. I think when it comes to that, I think the Knicks definitely do have the better roster, and I just don't think the Hawks have it in the tank.
Well, yeah, absolutely. The Knicks do have the best team, obviously, on paper. But, given that this is Atlanta, I'm going to be a little biased. I think Atlanta does have a chance, but, it draws back to, the Knicks, they had a slow start starting the series, right? But now they got them feet underneath them now. They kind of got their guys ready. They got the guys hot. Jalen Brunson just came off a 39-point performance, so it's kind of hard to stop that when he's on, and then you have Cat right next to him. So it's going to be a hard performance for the Hawks to have to put up. I want to really believe that they get out of this series with the W, but I don't think they get it done. I don't think it happens.
Listen.
Tell us, Richard.
I'm one of the more biased Atlanta sports fans you will ever come across, but I think this series ends tonight. I think it's going to be a great game. I think we're going to see a better game from C.J. McCollum. C.J. McCollum was the star of those first few games that the Hawks stole early in the series to take a 2-1 lead. But recently, he's kind of fallen off the face of the earth. He had 6 points in 32 minutes in the last game, where he actually had more turnovers than field goals made. The Hawks are going to need C.J. McCollum to step up if they want to win this game. I don't think the series is winnable. Like I said, I think it ends tonight. But I think we're going to see a better game from C.J. McCollum. Jalen Johnson has got to wake up. Jalen Johnson was an all-star this season for a reason. He was a walking triple-double for a lot of this season going forward. But these playoffs, he's been silent. We really haven't seen anything from Jalen Johnson. Like you said, Schrader, they keep kind of passing off. Whose team is it? It's CJ's today. It's Jalen Johnson's today. Them 2 games were with Dyson Daniels' team. We lost both of them games. And look, there's a reason why. It's because it was Dyson Daniels. So we need to see this Hawks team really put it together and play as one. They could win this game tonight. I wouldn't bet on it. But overall, I think the Knicks are going to win this series. I think they're the better team overall. But moving forward, looking ahead to the same thing I've been looking ahead to since really All-Star break, we own the Pelicans draft pick this year. There's a very high chance the Hawks have a top 5, prayerfully a top 3 pick in the draft this cycle. And if it happens, I'm telling you the Hawks need to go out and draft Darius Acuff. Have a real deal point guard that can facilitate like none other in this draft class and also call his own number. He is an elite scorer on all 3 levels. Darius Acuff, point guard from the University of Arkansas. If you have not watched his tape yet or somehow did not see him in the tournament, go on YouTube and type in his highlights from this season. That is who the Hawks need moving forward because this team is here. It's there. It's close. We just need one more piece, and I think Acuff can be that piece.
I think if they draft Richard Reed like he looks like
That's what I'm
photo,
thinking.
I think a lot of good things are going to
I
happen.
think they need this guy.
I'm just choosing not to address these pictures that are up here right now.
I'm playing with the glasses like that.
Not even.
It's tough. It's tough.
Not even going to talk about it right now. But moving forward to the last series that we're going to talk about in this segment, the Denver Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Timberwolves are currently up 3-2 and took a commanding 3-1 lead in this series, but with key injuries to guys like Dante DiVincenzo, who tore his Achilles, and Anthony Edwards, who is out indefinitely with a bone bruise and a hyperextended knee.
I did that before it was cool.
See what I'm saying? You still got your knee brace on right now. You feel like you can go play basketball right now?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. So it's hard to really see the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on, even though they only need to take one more game. Ryan, I want to start with you here. Do you think the Nuggets are going to close this series out because of the Timberwolves injuries, or do you think the Timberwolves have enough in the tank to close out this series?
I think the Timberwolves, they took what they had and they really did a well job with it, but they've been dealt a very bad hand card of. Is that hand of cards?
Bad hand.
A bad hand. There it is.
Yeah, it's a day. We're having a day today.
It's a tough day.
Can't nobody tell.
We.
Yeah, we. Us. All of us.
They've been dealt a bad hand. You know, they've got all these injuries, and I get they just have to take one more game, but it's going to be really hard because you lost 2 really guys that were in that starting lineup and really just helped lead. I can't with you guys.
Just keep going.
It's so hard. Sorry.
Pause. Good Lord. I get what you're trying to say, though. It's going to be very difficult for the Timberwolves to close out this series with these kind of key contributors out. Like I said, Julius Randle dropped 27 points in the last game, but they still weren't able to overcome the Denver Nuggets. It's a hard day for speaking, man. But I get what Ryan's trying to...
I can't get anything out currently.
I get what you're trying to articulate, though. With these injuries, it's going to be very difficult for the Timberwolves to win this series.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Timberwolves. I think they're gonna be able to get it done. You know, I think Rudy Gobert.
Get her done.
They're gonna get her done. I think
Rudy Gobert's gonna what?
Hey, I think he's gonna lead them. I'll never forgive him.
Rudy Gobert's gonna lead a team.
I hate French people, but I think he's gonna do it.
I think it's gonna.
I haven't watched a lick of Timberwolves basketball in maybe 3 years, but ever since he started COVID, it did kind of like fall down. But I think Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert are gonna. They're gonna do it.
It's gonna have to be Julius Randle for sure. I think he's gonna have to be the bell
cow. Don't forget Gobert.
Rudy Gobert in the year 2026 leading a basketball team.
He's tall.
He's something.
It'd be more of Jaden McDaniels than it'd be Rudy Gobert. But I think
Ayo Dosunmu dropped 43 points a couple nights ago.
Exactly. And Rudy had 3 points. Rudy had 3 points last game.
That's 3 more than you did.
Well, yeah.
Jokic had a 27-point triple-double on Rudy Gobert. So let's just talk about that.
Rudy's out the equation. It's going to be Julius Randle team for sure. He's going to have to be the one to get it done, and I think he does.
I mean, it's interesting nonetheless.
One more game.
Because in that game where Ant-Man and Dante DiVincenzo both went down, the Timberwolves still held on to do it. But it's because Ayo Dosunmu had one of the more efficient 40-plus point outings that we've seen in the NBA in the past few years. I don't think we can count on that happening again. It's very hard, like we said a few times in this segment, to see a team come back from being down 3-1. But I think if anybody's in the right situation to do it, it's this Nuggets team. Obviously, Nikola Jokic is ridiculous. One of arguably the best basketball player in the NBA right now. When Jamal Murray cuts it on, them two playing two-man ball is ridiculous. They're hard to stop. And when you don't have DiVincenzo, and when you don't have Anthony Edwards, one of the best small forwards in the NBA,
but you
it
have
is extreme.
Rudy
Okay,
Gobert.
all right. And see, every time I try to make a profound point, you mention Rudy Gobert, and it just throws the entire thing off. Them having Rudy Gobert actually makes the entire thing worse.
11.5 rebounds a game says otherwise.
It's going to be extremely difficult for the Timberwolves to win
impressive.
this series. Honestly, I would say it's going to be harder for the Timberwolves to take one last game than it will for the Nuggets to take two more. It's going to be interesting. I hope Julius Randle is able to put it together. Jaden McDaniels, Ayo DeSumo, they're going to have to find a way to play together and make this happen. But as of right now, I'm picking the Denver Nuggets to complete the 3-1 comeback and win this series due to Minnesota's unfortunate injuries. Now, we're going to take one more ad break, and when we return, we're going to wrap this whole thing up. What?
Hold on. We actually have something for you.
We're not. Oh, yeah.
Just one thing. If you're on YouTube, you won't be able to hear this because of copyright rules, but we'll be back on WSM Wolf Sports Network.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. This is Sports Pack on Wolf Sports Network. And now, we normally end off the show a different kind of way. Dive into the NFL, talk about some NBA, whatever the biggest thing is going on right now is typically how we end the show. But for those of you that have been watching Wolf Sports Network for some time now, it's the end of the semester. And every time when the semester ends, we always have someone parting ways from the station because we are indeed a college radio station. In years past, it's been Carly, who's in the studio right now, John, who's in the corner right now, Brendan, Gavin, Gianna. I mean, we've had all kinds of people. Even yesterday on Sports Out of Pocket, we had Jackson do his last Sports Out of Pocket show. So the question becomes, who is the senior this time around? I've been here for 4 years. I've seen all kind of people leave. And this year, it's my turn. It's been an outstanding journey here at Wolf Sports Network. I was telling some people earlier today, I remember my freshman year, classes started on, it was like some random Wednesday in August, classes started. Well, that Thursday, I was right here, well, not in this radio station, but in the sports radio station, Wolf Sports Network, immediately. I got started working here the second I started here at the University of West Georgia. And when I first got started, I'll be honest, I really didn't say too much. I didn't talk to many people here. I didn't really know anybody at this university at all. Like, I knew nobody. So, and surprising to a lot of people, I'm an introvert by nature. So I wasn't really saying too much. I was kind of getting in, getting out, doing what I had to do a quick little segment on Sports Pack whenever Brendan would have me on, and I got up out the way. But the more I came around, the more I started to come around and see that these people here were really cool, and I started making friends here at the station. And as semesters went by and the family continued to grow semester by semester, day by day, these friends became a family here at Wolf Sports Network. And obviously I came in here to gain workplace experience in pursuit of a career in sports media and entertainment. But I walked away with so much more than that. Lifelong friends, family that I'm going to talk to for the rest of my life. And I mean, it's been incredible. I wouldn't trade this experience for the world. I love every single person that has come through this radio station. I cherish and love every single moment I've had here, from Sports Pack episodes every Monday and Thursday from 6 to 7 for the past 4 years, to doing live tailgate shows, to doing Inside the Coliseum, the show that Brandon built for this radio station. It was incredible. To calling games, to calling weightlifting intramurals. I mean, everything I've been able to do here at Wolf Sports Network has been incredible. I've loved every single moment of it, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. But now it's time. My journey here is done. This is my last show here on Wolf Sports Network, and just a couple weeks from now, I'm going to walk the stage and move on to the next phase of my life. And I want to thank each and every single one of you in this room, my mom and my uncle included, because they just surprised me here a second ago. I want to thank everyone for all you've done to make this such an amazing experience. I thank you all. I love you all. And like I said, I wouldn't trade it for the world. Yeah, that's all I got. That's my whole spiel.
Richard, we have one last thing for you.
And what is that? Because y'all already brought in 2 pictures of me. There's 2 AI generated photos of me. One holding a Lombardi Trophy, the other with the NBA Finals championship. Oh yeah, let me hold the pictures up. This is one Brendan just brought in. And Jackson, let me see that.
Coming from this way.
Let me stop talking.
Really proud of what you've done for this station, getting to bring you to campus outreach, and you showing up pretty consistently. I'm just extremely proud of you. Congrats on graduating. Congrats on just having a good college career. And when I think of Wolf Sports Network, you're really the first name that comes to mind about it. I just want to say I'm extremely proud of you. It's going to be hard next semester not having you and some of the other seniors here, but I am extremely proud. Excited to see what Sports Pack looks like next semester, but I know that it will never be the same without Richard Reed. So again, super proud of you and love you, brother.
Richard Reed, man, bro, big congratulations to you, bro. You mean so much to the station. You've helped me so much this past couple months. I've only known you for a little while, but you made it seem like I've known you forever. So big congratulations to you, man. Wishing you the best.
Okay, I'm gonna try not to be too sappy making this, no promises, but from just the fall semester, I think the 4 of us all knew that we all were gonna get super close this past fall and this year in general, and you could just tell with every interaction and it's going to be so strange without having you or John just around anymore, where you could just walk in the station and see either of you. But Richard, you've been one of the most genuine and driven people I've ever met in my life. You've always been so supportive of my rights or my wrongs. Less supportive of the wrongs, but just more, what's the word? You still support even though you know it's wrong. And no one shows up for people the way you do, and I think it's so impressive, and it shows so much of your character. And I think that it's just huge how much you have impacted the station and just the people around, and especially me, Phoenix, and John. I know that we were all super close, and you've just always been there. And I'll never forget when we all hung out for Phoenix's birthday. That night was so much fun, and it was one of my favorite nights, and I feel like it was just so you, and it was hard to think about times like that, because I didn't think that you'd ever actually graduate, because I just in my head acted like it wasn't real. And just being able to watch you in the short time that I've known you just grow and work so hard for everything that you have, you deserve all of it, and you deserve so much more too. And I'm so excited to see what you do next, but also I'm not ready for you to leave the station with your good advice, sometimes the things I don't want to hear, but I need to hear, and just who you are as a person. And I hope that after graduation things go so good for you, and I'm so proud of you. And yeah, the biggest congratulations.
What's up, Richard? It's Parker. I'm really going to miss you. You're like a bigger brother to me. You always have great advice when I need to come and ask you. And although our time was spent well short together, hopefully you'll be around and I can use your advice in the future. But love you, Richard.
Hey, Richard, man, I'm going to miss you. You know, you coming here, getting to watch you on Sports Pack last 2 semesters, or really over 4 semesters, actually, 2 years. Just like how talented you are, man. Like, there's like no effort that goes into when you do shows, and it's really cool to sit back and watch that. I'm going to miss, us having conversations here, talking about Georgia football. We're sitting here watching whatever, random show you want to watch on some random Tuesday, making fun of it. I miss those times, seeing the Instagram reels you'd be liking and all that. So I miss you, man, and very grateful for the time I got to spend with you here.
Richard, what's up? Congrats, dude. I couldn't be more proud of you and what we got coming up. It's crazy how 4 years has flown by, and I've had a blast with you, dude, from explaining me about Jared Stidham, AFC championship starting quarterback, to, living with each other. It's been insane. I know you're going to kill it out there. I'm proud of you, dude, and can't wait to see what's next.
First of all, you may know him as Judge Reed or the commentator, but for the past 4 years, I've known him as Richard Reed. Richard, thank you so much for being my friend here at WSN. Through all, the late night trips, the late night eats, and all of the times we've hung out outside the station and inside the station. You've been an amazing part of WSN, helped really build this up to what it is. I'm excited for your future, for when we graduate on May 15th and seeing where you go. Congrats.
Hey Richard, I just wanted to say congratulations on everything. It is so well deserved. I cannot believe this time has come. I feel like we've talked about this so many times, and it's here, which is insane. But I'm so thankful for our friendship. I'm so thankful that you, John, and Carly took me under y'all's wings and made this amazing friendship that we have. It won't be the same without you, but I'm forever thankful for everything you've done for me and the station. You made such a huge impact on everyone. I'll miss being able to tell you all my stupid stories and listening to yours and all your advice that you give, but I just want to say congratulations on everything.
All right, first of all, I want to thank Mr. and Miss Reed. You've done a fine job raising a fine young man in Richard Reed. And Richard, I want to thank you for all the leadership that you've shown me over the past 3 semesters and the guidance for this semester when I stepped up to the assistant program director here at Wolf Sports Network. You've been a great guy to me, taking me under your wing. There I am right here. Here's you, big dog. Welcome to the Club, buddy.
Hey Richard, just wanted to say congratulations on graduation and an amazing 4 years at WSN. It's been a true joy to see how you've grown over the last 4 years, and I do miss the time that we shared as director and assistant director. We had so much fun, but it has been so fun seeing how you have just continued to grow and flourish over this last year, and I'm so excited and expectant for what the Lord's going to do in your life in this next chapter, and just soak it up and enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you all for that video. It was incredible. Somebody send it to me, whoever made it, so I can go back and rewatch it without the delay. But I mean, incredible video though. I don't mean to make light of a very emotional moment. It's just what I do. I don't know. I can't help but make jokes about this kind of stuff. But I really do appreciate every single one of you. I thank you all for your encouraging messages. Yeah, Joey, show up when you can. But yeah, I appreciate all of your encouraging messages, and yeah, I mean, I appreciate the friendship from all of you, the support when I came in here having good days and when I came in here having rough days. Always having people, a community to lean back on no matter how I'm feeling, what it is I'm going through, to try to lighten the mood and just, I don't know, to enjoy every moment with. It's not often that I'm at a loss for words. You know, obviously, I like to talk. That's why I sit in the host seat. But yeah, I really don't even know what to say at this point. I mean, I love and appreciate every single one of you. I won't forget any of these moments. And like I said, somebody send me, whoever made the video, just send it to me so I can rewatch it without the delay, because I feel like I'm going to end up watching that and crying later on tonight. But once again, thank you all. And go ahead.
So Phoenix did
talk, bro.
Yeah,
Phoenix didn't put my video in the.
Oh.
I didn't
So
know.
Phoenix,
Job,
Phoenix isn't our most gifted editor, though.
Yeah. But
she does her best.
I do gotta say, Richard, since the first day I met you, which crazy enough was my orientation.
Don't remember.
You don't remember that, but you were actually my orientation leader. That was funny. But ever since then, dude, you've led me in like an amazing path when it comes to radio and broadcasting. You're a true inspiration to me. Like, I look up to you every single day. Try to do what you're doing, because you're where I want to be when I in 4 years. That's where I want to be. I want to be like Richard Reed. So, man, I really appreciate everything you've done for me and everything you've done for Wolf Sports Network, man. Like, you're a true legend here in the hallways, especially when I see you outside of the radio station. You're always so kind and so happy and just doing what you do. So just keep that up, and you're gonna go places.
I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, that's love, Ryan. But Richard, for me, bro, I don't even know where to start, brother. From day one, you know, it's been long. It's been a long ride. You know, Sports Pack can never be the same without you. You know,
It'll be better. It'll be better.
You know, hopefully, you know, it's a lot I got to say, bro. I could get emotional. I could tear up right now trying to talk, bro. But I just want to say thank you for all the advice, all the game you gave me. You know, every Monday and Thursday. You know, me and you sitting right next to each other talking sports. You know, it's one of the best things that, you know, one of my experiences here being a UWG student. You know, I don't really do nothing else besides come here. This is the only time we really see each other, because I don't pop out outside of school. So, you know, every time I come here Monday and Thursday, bro, I just love seeing you around, bro. It's a pleasure being around, hearing you talk, you know, hearing your voice. So I just love you, bro.
I appreciate you, brother. Love you too, man.
So,
Richard friggin' Reed. I've had the privilege of, well, what few call the privilege of sitting across from you for the last 2 years on Sports Pack. But you mean the world to me, man. I mean, ever since I've been at this station, you're a Josh Pate supporter, day one. But also, you sought me out to be on this show. I remember leaving the draft show freshman year and you coming to me and saying that for some reason you wanted a weird-looking redhead sitting across the table from you. And I've been able to spend these last 3 years getting to know you, and you know, there's nobody that I'm more confident in, sorry, all y'all, that's going to make it in this industry. I mean, you have great opportunities. You're just a great personality, and you're somebody that I can't wait to tell my kids that, you know, I got to annoy this guy when I was in college. But just so proud of you. I can't wait to see what you do in this next stage of life, and go ahead and sign us out for the last time.
Thank you, Shredder. I really appreciate
we didn't make him cry, bro.
I'm staying tall.
I tried my best.
I feel like if the video wasn't delayed, you might have got a little tear out of me, but it's all good. You know, it's been an amazing experience. I'm so thankful for all of you showing up to enjoy this last episode with me. It's been amazing. My mom's here. My uncle's here. My dad's in the acting class at the Alliance Theater, but I know he'd be here if he could. My sister out there doing God knows what in Kennesaw. But, but either way, I appreciate all of you for coming out and supporting me today. I appreciate all of you who are watching the show and listening to the show live right now. Thank every single one of you for just continuing to give me your love and support no matter what. Listening to the ridiculous things I've had to say on air. I've made a lot of no Diddy jokes on here. A lot of things that I probably shouldn't have said on here I've said, and y'all have listened, laughed, and shook your heads no with me. I appreciate all of you, and I got nothing else to say here. So for one final time, I'm your host, Richard Reed, signing off. Thank you for tuning into Sports Pack. And Ryan, Schrader, Keyshawn, Orlando, Daniel, and the rest of the crew will see you right here, same bat time, same bat channel in August. Y'all have a blessed night.